Hello everyone, I hope you are well. This is Monica once again on our YouTube channel Elohim Exporters, and today I want to talk about something interesting, something that many have faced and are wondering what to do, and that is how to deal with a difficult employee. You have a difficult employee, even at our homes. Sometimes the maid can be a difficult one. So today we are here to discuss about how to deal with a difficult employee. But before we discuss that, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and also don't forget to visit our website www.elohimexporters.com, YouTube Elohim Exporters, LinkedIn Elohim Exporters, and Facebook Elohim Exporters. We are exporters of fresh fruits, vegetables, and all kind of foods from Uganda to any destination. As long as you give us the order, we will deliver quality and fresh. Even if you're out there and you're a farmer and you're looking for where to sell your fresh foods, you can also contact us and we see how we can link up so that we support one another. You farm, I sell. So today let's talk about how to deal with difficult employees. One is, how do you deal with them anyway? One, critique their behavior and not the person. You see, when you attack someone's personality, the conversation becomes personal, but you need to address the behavior and not the person. So don't make the conversation personal or emotional. Make the conversation on behavior and not on someone's personality, and don't create an environment that is emotional. So number one is critique behavior and not the person. Number two, listen to feedback, listen to them. You see, when some people really feel good when they are listened to, and that can even sort out the problem. And some people don't even know they have a problem until you sit down with them. And once they explain to you their maybe side of the story or their side of the defense, they feel much better that they have talked to someone. So get feedback from them and know why are they behaving the way they are behaving. So maybe they have underlying issues, maybe they have a family problem, maybe something. So get feedback, listen to them and let them give you their feedback. After you have listened to them, of course, you will judge whether some people are just maybe behaving the way they are behaving out of ignorance, out of what. Then point number three is give clear directions. Give clear and specific examples of those behaviors that they have. So maybe you can say, like, for example, the other day I talked to you and this is how you answered. But be specific and give the inappropriate behavior by giving the example, and then so that they know that this is not a personal maybe attack or someone just doesn't like them. You know, some people are on the defensive. I'm not liked. Maybe they want to chase me. So be specific with examples of those inappropriate behaviors, so that they really know that it's not a personal issue but a concern. Then after you've been, of course, after you've given the clear direction, learn to document the problematic behavior. Have a record of what happened, which date, so that when you are presenting, like maybe say your case, of course we're not taking them to court, but when you are like maybe say doing appraisal for them, you can be specific, on this date this happened, so that these people know that this conversation is basically work, not anything personal. So document problematic behavior and have a record of what happened and include the date. It will help you. Number five, consult the HR department and discuss the situation. Of course, some of our companies are small. We have just started maybe, and we don't have those different departments. Of course, every department you have is a cost. So maybe you're the HR, maybe you are the finance. It is okay. It is okay to start a business that way, because business grows. So, but if you are privileged to have a well-established business with a human resource manager or person, discuss the situation with them and find out what possible ways you can help this staff depending on the analysis you have done with the staff. Then after you have discussed with the HR department, work together towards a solution. You see, when a person has a problem and they admit they have a problem, and you sit down and work together to find a solution, they own the problem. But if someone is, of course, denying and bringing in things like they don't like me and they're denying that, it's difficult. But when someone really acknowledges that there's a problem, you have been specific, you've given them examples and they're not denying, then you work together with that very problematic employee to find a solution. And once the solution is discussed together with the employee, they will own it. Then write down the expectations. Sit down with this employee, write down what do you expect from them, okay? What do you expect from them? Let them really tell you whether they will achieve our expectations or not. Once you write the expectations, say expectation number 1 is this. Do you agree? Expectation number 2 is this. You draft these expectations in their presence so that they own them up and they know this is what my boss expects from me. Even for our housemates at home, let's write our expectations from them so that they know this is what they told me to do, this, that. So that when I'm talking about performance, I have facts that I told you in the morning you do this, you have not done it. So when I'm saying you're a non-performer, I have facts because we have expectations from you. Another way to deal with those problematic employees is set clear consequences. Once we have written down our expectations, this is what I expect from you, we should also write down our set consequences that if you do not meet these expectations, this is what will happen. Have your consequences because we want to hold people accountable. So you write down your consequences. If you don't do this, you will be fired. If you don't do this, you will be demoted. If you don't do this, so write down the clear consequences. So that if behavior doesn't change within a certain agreed period of time or a certain time frame, the consequences apply. After you have written down the consequences, monitor progress. Give the employee time needed to correct their behavior. We are not going to monitor progress for 5 years or 2 years or 3. We are monitoring progress given the certain time behavior. We are saying we have given you this time, in 6 months we shall come back and review. So we are monitoring progress for 6 months. Dealing with human beings is really difficult. It's a difficult thing. So you really need to know that you're going to bring in people of different behaviors. Some are indisciplined, some don't know ethics, some answer back differently depending on our backgrounds. But we need to bring up these employees in such a way that we have the same values we are looking up to, we have the same objectives as a company, we have the same goals, so that we have a work environment that is ethical and that is not hostile. Difficult employees can create a lot of hostility at work. So you have to deal with them to avoid transferring the same behavior to others. Because if they are maybe say answering back in a rude way and you're doing nothing about it, the other staff will also copy. Those new staff who have come, they may think that's how the environment is. So you have to learn to deal with difficult employees, and trust me, you will always have a difficult employee somewhere. Because these are people you didn't raise, they came from different backgrounds. Some behaviors to them look okay, others are not okay. They are the employees who even fight at work. So all those have to be dealt with. So with those few points of how to deal with difficult employees, I hope we will improve our work environment and have staff with the same goal as ours. Don't forget to subscribe to our channels, and thank you so much for listening to me. Have a good evening, have a good day, and have a good morning depending on your time zone. This has been Monica, and I was really glad to share the difficult employees because I have experienced it, and what I give you is out of experience, not books or what. It's experience because it's the reality on the ground. Thank you, and have a good evening, a good morning, a good afternoon, a good night, and bye.